announcing Reluctantly Supernatural, a new and insightful podcast dealing with the issue of God's spiritual gifts in today's world. In this segment, Dr. Wade Goodall interviews hosts Mark Cowper-Smith and Bob Maddox as they share their personal experiences and reasons for starting this podcast.
Why do you think the American church has rejected this so much? And what's going on? The whole supernatural dimension is, what's going on there?
Well, I think, and we deal with this in Reluctantly Supernatural, that's the title of the book. You know, the church is supposed to be supernatural, but it's reluctant about its supernatural roots. And so the first question we deal with.
They're afraid that it might not work, or what's going on here?
Well, yeah, that's Wade, you bring up something. In the beginning of this thing, when we were riding this wave of healing, I had a very intellectual friend, and he was a Christian, but he did not want to be part of the charismatic stuff. And I said, what are you afraid of? What is your foundational fear here that's keeping you from this? He said the most profound thing. He said, I'm afraid of two things. He said, I'm afraid that something supernatural might happen. And I'm afraid that nothing supernatural might happen.
Wow. Yeah.
He was paralyzed between, is it too good to be true? And if I open myself and nothing happens to me, then I'm worse off than if I'd never opened myself to God at all. And I think we have a legitimate fear that it works for other people, but it'll never work for me. And that's a shame issue that's at the root of that one that needs to be taken care of. But I also think we have been marinated in the humanistic scientific tradition. We've been taught, I can remember my grade school, you believe what you can sense with the five senses, and what you can measure and what you can repeat in an experiment. This is reality. Well, once you buy into that all of human life can be explained by matter and cause and effect, scientific principles, you just ruled out the best things about being human: love, faithfulness, imagination, serendipity, emotions. So I think the church, far more than it realizes, has been influenced by our Western humanistic scientific culture. We need to get over that.
Please plan on watching more of these insightful programs as Dr. Goodall interviews our hosts concerning God's power encounters in today's world. We invite you to subscribe to Reluctantly Supernatural so you can watch our upcoming podcasts where we will be interviewing church leaders and members about their experiences in the realm of God's supernatural gifts.